guys, it's me, Redrick here, the mom strategist. I am so excited. I'm so excited about this topic tonight. I'm going to be teaching very simply on how your mindset impacts your money. How your mindset, let me slide this back, is impacting your money. Now, this is going to be a teaching scope tonight. It is a mindset scope. My only goal is to support you moving forward. Hey, Dion. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you guys. I am so excited to teach this topic because it's going to be for those of you out here who maybe you've been achieving great and amazing success in your business and you want to see exactly what you're doing so you can repeat it over and over again. And maybe you've been unconscious about the things that you've been doing that have been imposed by your mindset. You just didn't know that was creating results for you. I'm going to talk about that. But it's also going to be for those of you who have created some blocks for yourself as it relates to flow of resources in your world. And what I thought would be really great is if I broke down for you how your mindset might be getting in the way of your money. All right. And, you know, and the reason I wanted to do this, thank you so much. The reason I wanted to do this is because if there's ever a topic or a question that I get asked every single week as a business coach, it is almost always around profitability. It's almost always around revenue. It's almost always around generating more money, okay? And there are just some general rules that people don't understand about what you can do, what you have control over to be able to influence flow in your life. Somebody write flow, hashtag flow, because that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Things that block flow in your world, but also things that aid the flow in your world. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. For those of you who are just joining me, thank you for putting that there here, Renee. Those of you who are just joining me tonight, I want to welcome you here. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I am a business and life coach. I've been doing this, I can't believe I say this, 15 years. Just because it's gone by so fast, and I've had the opportunity to be able to build a large coaching practice, working from the comfort of my home, doing work that I absolutely love. The funny thing is, when I got started, I didn't have any customers. I didn't even have a clue. I had no clue. I had no products. I had no services. I didn't know what I was going to offer. And I always say that because I think a lot of times we never know how people start, but everybody starts pretty much in the same place. Hey, Rachel, good to see you. And I didn't have a clue. And so what I did was I went to a small business resource center in my town, and I was told by the director of the small business resource center that my idea, mom coaching, it did not make any sense, that I should go back to work in corporate America because I could generate a great income there. And I remember thinking I had this really great idea of combining what I knew how to do in corporate America and my systems and motherhood into my very own business. I thought, this makes perfect sense. Surely somebody will need what I have. And I remember in that moment that person just crushing my dream. And maybe you've had someone do the exact same thing to you. And I want you to know that what someone else thinks about your dream is not your business. Okay, what somebody else believes you can or cannot do, that's not your business. And I'm so grateful that I came to understand that, and I knew that this dream would not go away. Whenever I would sleep at night, sometimes on the day, would come back over and over again, and I kept looking for someone to help me, and I ended up bumping into a coach. I had never thought about ever working with a coach. I wasn't against it, I just never thought about it. It was never anything that even just came up in my world. And I remember deciding, yes, what someone else believes of you is not your business. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with you. I remember thinking that I didn't know what a coach could do for me, but I remember thinking when I saw her example, I had never met an entrepreneur that was 100% free, meaning they owned their own time. And that was something I really wanted in entrepreneurship. I wanted to be able to replace my business income, my job income, and work from the comfort of my home. I wanted to have control over being able to be the kind of mom I wanted to be and to be the kind of wife I wanted to be. And I didn't want to be beholden to a job. I thought if I could build a business or replace my income, that's what I was into. And so I knew specifically that I needed a mentor. Hey, Colleen, good to see you. Who that was free. I needed a mentor that was walking their talk. I needed someone that, for me, modeled an example of something that I wanted, and she had that. And I decided to work with her, and the rest is history. And in fact, as you guys, hey there, darling, as you guys sign on tonight, I'm going to be teaching your mindset, how your mindset is interfering with your money, right? How your mindset is getting in the way of your money. I'm going to break that down over the next couple of minutes. Please do me a favor and share on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Periscope. I want to give people time to get here. So I was talking with my coach just today, and when I was speaking with her, it was interesting because I got all emotional. I'm trying not to get emotional right now, but I got all emotional because this sounds so bizarre. And you guys probably won't even believe this. But maybe 13 years ago, I was at a training with my coach. And this is before Periscope or even Facebook Lives. None of those things existed. You know, Instagram Live, none of these things existed. It was real old school. And I was at a live training. We were doing hot seats. And our hot seat is where someone's role playing with you, teaching you how to coach, and then role playing, and then I had the opportunity to do exactly the same. And I remember when I did my role play, when I sat in the hot seat and I coached the room of Terry's clients, you know, in the role play, in the training in that moment. When I was done, Terry said to me, if I were you, I would videotape myself. She said, and I would make videos so that other people could learn from what you do. She's like, you've got a really neat way about the way that you communicate, and I think you'd be great on video. Now, this is what I thought, and I'm going to jump into this. Who would listen to me? Who would watch or even want to listen to me on a video? Why? Literally, that was my thought 13 years ago. And when I tell you everything I'm going to share with you right now, that was based on my mindset. So I just didn't even see myself as I could be. And thank God I invested with someone that saw in me something that I didn't see in me. And you guys that are new to my broadcast don't know, but I ended up getting signed to Emmy nominated and nationally syndicated television shows as paid talent. I've done lots of local television, and video is a great medium for me. It's something I'm very comfortable with. But 13 years ago, literally, when my coach said that to me, doing those hot seat role playing, scripts at that time, I did not see that for myself. I didn't even think that anyone would ever tune in to watch me. All right. So I hope that this has blessed so many of you guys tonight. And I'm going to jump right into the topic today. And today I'm going to be teaching on how your mindset is what is impacting your money. And I wanted to do this broadcast because thank you, darling, because there are so many people that talk about over and over and over again. They talk about money all the time. I talk to people all the time who are thinking about working with me, and one of the main reasons that they want to go in business is to have a profitable business, or one of the main things that they want to do, or they think about the vacations they want to take, they think about the debt that they want to pay off, they think about the security they want to have, they think about the private schools that they want to send their kids to. These are the things, and all of these things take money. And a lot of times when I'm speaking with people, they already are brilliant and talented. They already know how to serve people, and they already have been serving people at a high level for years. You know, maybe low fees, selling what they have as consultants or coaches with some fee like an hour, $100 an hour, or $200 an hour, charging something like that. Or maybe no fees at all. They're just serving people from their heart, and they just haven't turned on that model for profitability. They don't know how to monetize what they know how to do. And so therefore they just do it for free. And there are lots of people who are entrepreneurs who are building their businesses like hobbies because they don't know how to value their talent, their gifts, and their skills. You guys don't have to hard it up. I'm just going to tell you the truth anyway. And I know it's the truth because it's something I hear all the time. And so today, what I want to talk about is how the way you think, how it interferes with flow. And I asked a couple of you guys to write #flow, because that's what we're going to be talking about. This entire conversation tonight is flow. All right, because I look at money as flow. And the moment that I understood that money isn't something that's over there, it's not across the room. Money isn't something that's difficult to be had. It's not something it's so hard to get to. Money is not something that is available to some people and it's not available to me. It's not. Money isn't one of those things that you've got to go through all these loops and changes. Money, in order for you to have it. Money isn't something that you have to hustle and grind for. No, okay? Money is not something that you have to wait like long periods of time in order for you to get. And I just want to break this down because these are all thoughts that people have around receiving money, around being, having abundance as it relates to flow. So the first mindset that it impacts people is how you look at things. So this mindset that is impacting your flow of money is how you look at what is in front of you, right? It might be, like in my case, how I was looking at, if I use that story that I told you earlier, how I was looking at my talent. Or better yet, I wasn't even looking at my talent. I was thinking about my fear. I was afraid to do video. So therefore, money couldn't flow to me that way. Even if I were going to be really great at doing video, in that moment, because of how I was looking at things, I had a wall up, right? And there could be really no flow around using video or television to make money. Now, this is really significant example, and I'll tell you why. It's significant because when I did my first television deal, I got signed to an Emmy-nominated, nationally syndicated show as paid talent. My first shows were not free television. Literally, I had someone that saw in me that I should do TV, and I didn't see that myself. All right, she thought I should do video. The moment that I decided to do video, I was signed into a contract to do paid television, paid segments. Okay, I'm just saying, okay? And I had mindset issues. I hope sharing my story helps you. I had mindset issues, and my mindset issues was based on how I was looking at things. See, sometimes if you are looking at things through your own insecurities, through your own fears, through your own lack, then the way you process what is possible is based on your filter. And I want to tell you, and I want to challenge each and every one of you to change your filter. When you change your filter, okay, this was me afraid of doing videos, but I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. Awesome. I love that you're doing that, okay? I'm telling you, it's how you look at things that often in your mind determines whether or not you believe something that is available to you is available. There are so many people that they don't even go for the thing that they want, or they only go but so far, or they'll only send a letter to these people and not those people because of their own mindset, because of their own beliefs. It has nothing to do with what is completely and absolutely available to you. It's very interesting to me because here it is, the girl that thought that, just hang with me on this. The girl that thought that no one would ever watch a video. I didn't think anybody would even want to hear me on a video. Like, I didn't even know what I would say that would be meaningful for anyone to listen. This is the same girl that has pitched tons of top television studios that you guys all know that have #1 nationally syndicated television shows. I've met with their VPs of development and directors of development at very high levels, pitching myself once I understood that my mindset was the only thing that was getting in the way of me really being able to do what I wanted to do at that time on television. I'm just saying, okay? So the moment that you understand that how you're looking at things, and ask yourself right now, like, how am I looking at things, and how is that impacting my money? For me, I had a whole stream of income that was cut off because of how I was looking at things, and that was through video. All right. And when I think about the way a lot of my clients come to me, they come to me through video. When they watch webinars of me, they're on live streams. Hey, Fred, good to see you. Watching live streams of me. And so that is a major source of revenue. So imagine if, because of how I was looking at things, if I did not change that mindset, then that stream of income would not be available. I would not be talking with you now. Are you guys getting this? If you're getting this right, I am getting this, all right? So, Fred, what I'm talking about today is how your mindset is impacting your money. And so sometimes when your mindset gets in the way, it starts first with number one, how you look at things. When you start thinking about that, when you start looking at like how you see what's available, what you see is available, sometimes, you know, even the things that we believe, the way that we need to do things, is how we look at things. Those all can be limiters that are preventing you from really being able to have access to every single thing that you want. I do believe firmly that there are really no rules. And a lot of times, a lot of people are so used to living in a world that says you can do this, or you must do this first, or, you know, or everything needs to be in proper order. And, you know, that has its place in certain, hey there, Mary, that has its place in certain places. But the fact of the matter is, it's not everywhere. There are no rules. If it's your business, you have the opportunity to pitch CEO to CEO. You don't have to work your way up. That's a belief. And sometimes how you're looking at things is making you do things in a sequence that's not necessary. All right? I want you to understand that. Number two, okay? What you believe is available to you. So the second thing that I want you to keep in mind of how your mindset is impacting your money is based on what you may be believing is available to you. So one of the things that I learned is that a lot of times people like to think like only thing that's available to you, like if you wanted water and you thought that the only water that's available to you is what's inside here, right? But reality is that there's a lot more water. And if you can get yourself to see outside of what your beliefs are, then it allows you to be able to say, where else? Like ask the question, like, where else is there water? But imagine if you only ask the question to say, where is the water? And you're only looking at, you know what I mean? Where is the water inside this water bottle? If I'm asking that question, that water's only here. But if I ask a bigger question, if my framing is different, then what I believe is available to me changes. And I find this all the time. I hope you guys get it, because this is like kind of one of those deep things that's so simple that you can miss it. A lot of times people don't know what is available to them, who can help them, you know, the kind of resources in their network, you know, maybe how and who can use your talent at a high level, you know, because we have these limiting beliefs of what we believe we can do and who will let us in the door, who will say yes to us, who will talk with us, who will give us our first chance. I hear it all the time. And a lot of times it's never tested. It's sort of like we have these beliefs about what's available to us that we never challenge at all. You know what I'm talking about? It's sort of like the person you would pitch that you never pitched, right? Framing makes much more available to us. Absolutely, right? So, you know, what you believe is available is part of what's getting in the way of your money, because if you don't believe that there are certain opportunities available to you, then you're not going to ask for those things. I say it all the time. Sometimes I will tell my clients, always pitch high. And occasionally, people will pitch low. They believe that that's not available to them. All right. Or I will say, charge premium prices for what you do, because if what you do delivers an amazing result to someone, why would you sell it for something that you can't live off of? If you're going to change your client's life, why would your life not change as a result of that? Right? You know what I'm saying? So, but they won't do it. Sometimes they just keep falling back into charging a low ticket price for a premium service. And that's because of what we believe is available to us. Like, if you only believe that you attract people who can't afford your services, come on, then what you believe is available to you are people who can't afford your services. So that belief is a belief that you, in essence, you market to, you speak to when you're marketing, you know what I mean? And that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Every time you have a sales conversation, you're like, oh, that's right. You know what? I know, because those people that want to work with me, they don't have the resources. I don't work with people that don't have resources. So the thing is, and I'm telling you, like, there are so many people out here who are really interested in having absolute results. They want what you are offering. But if you aren't certain that you can help them, and the way that you show up is like, I don't deserve you yet, because what you believe is available to you are the people who can't afford you, that is who you're going to be attracting. All right? We attract our fears, we attract our insecurities, we attract all of that yucky stuff, right? Also, just like you can be attractive and attract all the high vibration things, like people that see you for who you are, well, people see you for who you're not too. And that's all based on your beliefs. All right, that's right. We do create it, right? So what you believe is available to you is impacting your money, because you are having a story. When you're having a conversation with the clients, you're playing out a story with them, and you know what? They believe you. All right? 3, is this supporting you guys? I hope so. For today, what I'm talking about is how your mindset is impacting your money. If you're just joining me, I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always stay connected to me at miaredrick.com. MiaRedrick.com, or on Facebook, Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist, over there. If you haven't shared already on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope, please do. And I'd love to come on and talk about life and business success, all right? Today, what I'm talking about is how your mindset is getting in the way of your money. And what I've covered already, thank you, Mary, for sharing, is number 1, the first way that your mindset is getting in the way is how you look at things. How you looking at things. Okay, how you see things. You know, it might be how you see things might be a little messed up. Okay, and you need to do some work around that. Number 2, okay, what you believe is available to you, right? What you believe is available to you. Okay, what you believe is available to you. Number 3, okay, oh my goodness, who you believe you have access to. Who you believe you have access to. That is another way that your mindset gets in the way of your money. And I'm going to talk about this. This is something that is near and dear to my heart. I know this to be true. From the very first time that I hired a coach, I hired the most profitable business coach in the country at the time. And little old me, I didn't even have a business. I didn't have a product. I didn't even know what I was going to coach anyone about. But my esteem was such that I wanted to work with the best. And I wanted to work with someone that was free. Okay? I wanted to work with someone that had, for me, elements of their life that I wanted. And I wanted to be able to run my business full time and be the kind of mom that I wanted to be. And I knew that based on her example, that I could follow that example and duplicate that freedom piece, and I wanted that, okay? So I decided I'm going to write a check. So I could have had a limiting mindset back then, 15 years ago, and said, now, I don't even know what my business is. Why do I think that woman will work with me? I could have been thinking like little old me, unclear me without a product. And a lot of you guys are doing that. Like, your esteem is getting in the way of you asking for exactly what you want. There are no hearts. It's okay. I'm going to break it down anyway. Because the thing is, what you believe is available to you is based on your own lens. It's literally based on how you see your world. Now, I know for me, whenever I choose a solution for myself, I choose it based on, I know it's a result that I need. I don't choose based on lack. I never make a decision based on lack. I never make a decision based on whether I have the money. I don't choose for myself that way. I choose based on where I want to be and who can help me get to where I want to be. And the rest of it, I just figure it out. And it's so funny because one of the things I've learned over the years is that in moving like that and in that direction, I've always learned things that I wouldn't have learned had I had this limiting belief about, you know what I mean, stepping into what would really and truly support me. And I'll give you an example. For most of you, if money was no object, you know what I mean, what would you pick for yourself? Who would you be working with and learning from if money was no object? Just think about it for a minute, okay? And then come up with your list and then say, why have you not reached out to those people to work with them? That's exactly what will help you get to your next level. Whenever I've made a decision to invest in myself, that's how I choose. I'm like, who's the most qualified person in this moment that I resonate with that can support me with the kind of change and growth that I want? It's a powerful question. And I'm not like, who can I afford? I have $150 that could maybe help me, but I'm not sure. And I don't know if I resonate with them, but it's $150. Nothing powerful about that. See, your mindset gets in the way of your money when you limit who you have access to based on dollars. The reason I believe that people create wealth is because they will go wherever they need to go to learn from the kind of mentors that they know will grow them and that already have achieved the results that they want. And, you know, my coach has never come to Baltimore. Never. Not once in 15 years. I've never asked her, hey, you should come to Baltimore. Never. I go where she is because I want to learn from her. Okay, because I invested in learning what I need to learn, and I understand that that doesn't have to be convenient. If I have to get a plane, I'm going to get a plane. If I have to get a train, I'm going to get a train. If I have to book hotels, rooms, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to learn what I need to learn from her. Okay, if I need to write a check, which I have many, for $5,000, for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 or more, I'm going to do it because I know that great advice can change your life. I've watched it. I've been a witness over and over and over again in my world. See, who I've had access to has been a direct result of the investments that I've made. So I've made investments in a person who has invested hundreds of thousands of dollars personally in herself. So therefore, when I am in her company, I get to stand on her shoulders as well. I get to stand on her shoulders and learn from her. Okay? Things like she was sharing some things with me today for my event, and it's amazing, right? But if I hadn't written that check, okay, which that check was over $30,000, if I hadn't done that, then guess what? I wouldn't have the opportunity to learn what I need to learn today. And one of the things that I have learned over and over and over again is that I don't lament investing in myself in a tall way with the right solution. I'm never that person that wants the Band-Aid for, you know what I mean, for a wound. Never, okay? If I've got a problem in my business, I don't want a Band-Aid. I don't want somebody that kind of knows it, there's no proof of it, and I don't want that. I want the person that can show me they've got proof that they can do it. And we've got great rapport. Number 4, your mindset is impacting your money by what you believe you are worth. Oh my goodness. Now, this one, I may have to fan you. Okay. I'm just going to fan you. See, your mindset impacts your money when a lot of times this is why your prices are low or you're giving away everything. and not standing in your value. A lot of people do that too because you don't have the proper coaching to help you correct that, okay, and make those adjustments. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you, okay, because it's one thing to know what to do. It's another thing to do it. And if you aren't doing it, if you're not priced right in your business, I don't care that you know it. Something is missing in your system of accountability, because why are you not charging and standing in your value, okay, as a professional, as an expert? Please don't tell me it's because you got a PhD, you got an MD, you got a JD, you got an MD, you got 15 years of experience, and how much everybody loves you. Your fees are too low, all right? And what you've got right now is amazing ego, but unfortunately you can't take that to the bank. Now, one of the things that gets in the way and how mindset messes with your money is because it's what you believe you are worth, okay? And then maybe you've let the other people in your world try to tell you over and over again that you need to be a giver the way they want you to give. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, there is a group of people out here in this world that will tell you, if you decide to stand in your value and charge for your hard work, your education, your talent, and your time, and your sacrifice, and your investment of education, that you're supposed to give them what you've done for free. And I always say, look, my business is not my charity. And I'm a very generous person, but I choose my charities. And you get to choose your charities too. And I want to tell you that mindset gets in the way. If you feel guilty for being successful, if you feel guilty for being profitable, if you feel shame related to increasing your prices or charging a certain dollar amount, that is mindset. And that mindset will keep you broke. I see it all the time. People will sabotage their entire business because of mindset. That's good, right? Yeah, my business is not my charity. It's not Renee, okay? People will sacrifice their entire business, right? Thank you so much, right? They will sacrifice their entire business because of this mindset, because of not feeling like you have the ability to receive. It takes a strong person to be able to give and to receive. Give and it shall be given is the word that, as I understand it. And somewhere along the way, people have got it mixed up, and they're like, give, and they're not giving it back, and your family is suffering. Your family is suffering. All that time you've put in, all that money you've put in, all the time you've been away from them, and they don't see any fruit. There's no blessing that's coming in your world as a result of you being a blessing to everybody else, running around with everybody else, the first one in line for everybody else, but you're not first in line for your family. And I would say you're out of order. See, I'm just telling you what I think. This is just my opinion. And I'm telling you that your mindset is impacting your money. And if you can't get over yourself to be able to charge what you are worth, that's mindset. Anybody is requiring it of you. That is a belief that you have that you are, my phone's gonna plug this in. That's a belief that you have that you are enabling. Try to plug my phone in, guys. Okay, I think we're good. So that's a belief that you have, and that belief isn't real. Okay, I see it every day. I watch clients who've gone from charging $100 to being able to charge 10 grand, 15, 20 grand at a time, or $30,000 or more. All right. And the moment that they got this right, okay, and they weren't in conflict around their worth, around their value. If you can't stand in your value, trust me, you got conflict issues, mindset issues around receiving. And if your receiving muscle is weak, so will be your profitability. So will be your revenue at the end of the year. And your family doesn't deserve it. And I'm going to tell you that I feel like if you don't want to stand in your value and run a business like a big business, and yet you want to foot all the expenses, take the time away from the people that love you, you need to quit that. All right, that's called an expensive hobby, and your family doesn't deserve that. All right. And you need to quit fooling yourself like the business isn't working. The business isn't working. You're not working it. You're not working it because you don't believe you're worth it. I say it all the time. Oh my goodness, if another person tells me that they'll get ready to pray and figure out what their prices are going to be. You're going to pray and figure out what your prices are going to be? What about pray and ask God to give you the courage to pick up the phone and call people and sell what you have at a full value? Because what about honoring all of the investment, all of the time, all of your energy, and serving people from your overflow instead of from your lack? And so many people just don't get me started with it, because it's one of those things that I'm very sensitive about, because if I did not grow my business, I often think about the blessing I've been able to be to my family. And what if I didn't do what I needed to do? What if I was, you know what I'm saying? What if my belief was around my worth, that I felt like I couldn't receive? And I did have that issue when I first got started. I was charging $75 an hour 15 years ago. Somehow I was thinking that I should start off at $75 an hour. Okay, somehow I just thought that's what I should do. All right, and that had to do with me just not knowing my worth. But I did the work so that I could understand that there's no way in the world that I could ever coach other women and teach them to stand in their value if I can't stand in my own. Come on. All right. And a lot of you guys are working with people, having people teach you, your networking groups, and the people you're around, they don't know their value and their worth. And you are the sum of the people you associate with. Some of you guys might not like this message, and that's okay. You can leave. All right. I'm just trying to break it down. If you're around a bunch of folks and you guys can't have a conversation, or a wealth conversation, a conversation around how you going to take what you're doing right now and break out, this year's your breakout year and hit 6 figures or your 7-figure plan. If y'all not having that conversation, you're in the wrong room. You're in the wrong networking group. You're in the wrong whatever it is, because people don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about creating. They want to talk about something beautiful like creating a website. They want to talk about stuff that doesn't matter. You have the best website in the world, but if you don't know how to sell and market, you will not have any profitability in your company. And it's worth building that muscle in yourself to be able to do that. I'm being a little hardcore today, but I'm breaking this down. Are you guys getting value? I hope so. If you're just joining me, please share on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Periscope. Am I preaching? You guys, I must be preaching. I might be preaching. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I might be. I just might be, because it just gets to me. You know, it really does. And it's something that I hear all the time. And I'm like, I don't want to hear it anymore. You know what I mean? Either do what you need to do, or just, you know what, I'm just say you're not going to run a business. Okay, you're not running a business. Okay, 1 second. All right. What we're talking about today is how your mindset is impacting your money. Oh goodness. And number 5 is when you believe things are. Sometimes I don't understand my handwriting. When you believe things are, I don't know what I wrote. Mary has here, you know the difference between being successful and making excuses. Thank you, Mary. Yes, Mary. And I hear so many excuses every day. I listen to people tell me about some amazing dream that they have and why they've got to do it, except when they have to do it. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. Except when they have to do something with it, like say yes to it, make a powerful choice, take a stand in it, invest in themselves at a high level, which means that you're not going to make an investment at a high level in yourself if you don't believe in yourself, right? Okay, so there's no way you're going to tell me that you got this big old dream, you want to impact the world, you see yourself hitting $100,000 or more with your launches, right? And now it's time for you to, put $10,000 in to learn how to build a product. You're like, no, not that dream. That dream doesn't get $10,000. I know I want to make $100,000. But no. But I can invest $100. That's the kind of mentality, as a mindset that people have. And when they don't get where they want to be, and they don't understand why they don't get to where they want to be, because you never intended to get there. Like, if you think about the way that you invest in terms of your mind and how you value the things that are in your world, your investments tell the story. Okay, you're investing on the cheap. And that's why you never learned how to build the thing that you needed to learn. You think about who you're associating with. Think about who you're learning from. I'm going to tell you guys this true story. Maybe it was like 6 years ago, I joined this mastermind. And I tell my clients about this occasionally. Joined this mastermind. Woo, kicked my butt. I was in a group with 3 other women. I had to check in with them every week, every Friday. I couldn't miss checking in. I had to report 100% on my numbers, like 100%. If you didn't do what you need to do, like if you did like 2 weeks in a row, you didn't do what you need to do, like there was no not reporting your numbers. You couldn't even, like nobody's going to share what they've got going on, and you're not sharing what's going on with you. That makes you not a good accountability partner. These women made me grow up in business. They wanted to talk about the numbers, okay? Let me tell you something. If you don't talk about the numbers, you can't improve what you do not measure, okay? So if you aren't talking about your numbers because it makes you uncomfortable, because you don't know what numbers to talk about, or because your friends don't want to talk about it, you can't improve the things you do not have any measurement for. So if you're trying to hit a goal to hit $100,000, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million this year and beyond, how do you get there if you don't have money conversations? You don't, okay? And you need to be in a group with people who hold you accountable for that. You need to have conversations with people who know what numbers you need to be talking about. Okay? All right? All right? And if you're not doing that, I'm telling you, I'm not guessing, I'm not making it, I'm telling you, you're in the wrong rooms. All right? These women made me grow up. Okay, they made me grow up. They made me stop having a business that was like the business, and I kind of knew about the numbers, but I wasn't into numbers. I had to grow up. And a lot of entrepreneurs need to do exactly that, and they need to grow up. Hi, Deborah. Good to see you. Can't wait to see you this weekend. All right, so what we're talking about today is how your mindset is impacting your money. And what I've covered already, Deborah, is number 1, it's how you look at things, Number 2, what you believe is available to you. Number 3, who you believe is accessible to you. Go for the best, work with the best. Do whatever you need to do that. 4, what you believe you are worth, Okay, that determines what you're charging. Number 5, it's when you believe things are, I'm back to I can't understand my handwriting. When you believe that things are not enough, like when you believe that, like, in essence, who you are, what you have, what you do, what you know, who you be, and you always are thinking about, your lack. You're thinking about who you're not, in opposed to who you are. That's how mindset gets in the way of your money. See, people who attract money, they think about who they are. I never think about who I'm not. I create systems for the things I don't know how to do that well. But the things I know how to do, I'm crystal clear on the things that I know how to do exceptionally well. And I'm looking in this lifetime to master those things and create systems around the things that I'm not so good at, right? So that I can attract more of the things that I deserve. And a lot of people spend a lot of time focusing on what they don't know how to do, or figuring out how to make their weaknesses a strength, which is a waste of time. Instead, take your strengths. You make a lot of money from your strengths. Okay? Like, look at the things that you already know how to do exceptionally well. Like, if you don't know what that is, ask other people. What is it that you think is my zone of genius? What is it that you feel that when I do it, I just am breathing, that has really been impactful in your world? I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm just trying to get clarity around my gifts and do that. There's so many people that are focusing on what they can't do, and they think they can't pull the trigger in their life on that big thing because they're only focusing on the thing that they can't do instead of the things that they can. The things I can't do, right? I don't do. But the things that I can do, I'm going to crush and rock those things. And I do recommend having clarity around the things that you're amazing at. And again, that's an esteem thing, because again, we live in this world that says if you identify, if you call out the things that you're good at, that maybe you're being braggadocious, that maybe you being narcissistic, maybe you're being, over the top. But I'm telling you that if you're going to build a business, you got to know what you're good at. And if you don't tell yourself that you're good, then who's going to tell you? Okay? I mean, there were plenty of days. It was just me with me in the mirror. There were no customers yet when I first got started. There were no fans. There was no likes. There were no Facebook. There was nothing. There was no social proof. There was no testimony. There was nothing. It's just that I had to be with me, and you need to be with you. And sometimes you need to be able to say to yourself in the mirror, you're great, okay? And you are enough. Instead of finding the flaws in the things that you don't know how to do just right, or the thing that doesn't work just right with you, or what might go wrong if you just did this because maybe you don't have enough of this or that. You are more than enough, okay? And if you just use the things that you have, and you let go of deciding to make friends with the things that you aren't using anyway, you will find that life becomes a lot easier. It's all part of mindset. I never think about it. Honestly, you guys know this, Colin. You know this is true. I so don't think about it that's how I ended up signing up for that triathlon 3 times. I didn't know how to swim. I didn't even realize I was going to be swimming outside, okay? But I so never think about what I can't do like that I'm only focused on what I'm going to do. I'm never focused on who I'm not, or what I can't do, or the impossibility, or getting things just right, or making things just perfect. Because if I did, I'd do nothing. I believe that perfection is the enemy of progress. It really is. And it's not real. And if you respond to illusion in your world, and illusion is always thinking about who you're not. It's always listening for voices, or listening for waiting for these, waiting for things to be just right in order for you to be able to execute. You will continue to wait. When I think about some of my most successful clients over the years, they're implementers. They're action takers. They don't have time. If you're taking an action, you don't have time to think about an action you're going to take, because you're in motion. You're moving. You know what I mean? It's like you're just doing it, okay? And you figure it out along the way. Then you have those people that they got to think about everything that they do before they do it. And everything becomes so hard, because it's so hard when you think about, because then you have to think about what's the right way to do it, because you got to do it right. What if you just did it? Okay, and I want to say this to you guys, because so often we don't just do it because we think of who we're not, or we think about who other people are going to see us as, or think about us. Oh my goodness, if I thought about what anybody was going to think, and you know what I mean, before I would launch anything, gosh, I'd probably achieve 1/3 of what I have. It doesn't matter. Okay? I want you to know it doesn't matter. It's none of your business what any person thinks of you. Okay? You weren't put here for that. Number 7, I hope this is helping somebody. Number 7, your mindset is impacting your money, is who you hang out with and who you're growing with. All right. So your mindset is impacting your money if you think about who you hang out with, and who's your group, who are your people. Think about them right now. Think about your people. Think about your people. I'm going to tell you about mine. I have a pretty small circle, but it's an amazing circle. And I would say that one of my closest friends, we talk every day. We talk all day, really. But we have a unique friendship. So we're friends for sure in terms of all the emotional stuff that, friends are. But we are great accountability partners. I actually met her in my very first coaching program. She coached with the same coach, but we coached in different classes. We met with 7 other women and formed an accountability group called the Sister Circle. And from there, we've been friends since that period of time. And so I say that to you because, it's who you hang out with. We've built our businesses from scratch together. We have held each other accountable for every single monetary goal, every single growth goal. We hold each other accountable and still do until this day. You need to have people like that in your world. And those friendships to me are a dime a dozen. I've never, ever had any relationship like that without making an investment first. And there's something amazing about meeting people your own ambition level and above. I don't meet those people just at free networking events. I've never met them that way. Or PTA meetings. Or, or in the mall. I've never just bumped into someone at a playground where I was taking my kids and just doctor's office. Doesn't matter. And then it's like, instantly we clicked and we had the same ambition level and above. There's something about investing at a high level, okay, $10,000 or more, and being in the company of other people, your own ambition level and above, who are high-level investors, that there's some congruency there. So if you guys connect, you guys believe in investing in yourself at a high level, and it's probably not just that investment. It's likely you both read a great deal. You're truth seekers in terms of being able to grow your life. And I want you to understand that your mindset will get in the way if you can't handle the truth. That means being in the company of other giants. All right, because I think giants like to be around other giants. And I do. It's fun. It's exciting to be around people who are achieving and accomplishing. It's exciting to be around people who are in a hunt. It's exciting to be around somebody standing taller than me that I can learn from. I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, I went to see my coach's coach a couple of months ago, and I'm still talking about it. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Okay, well, she's pretty impressive too. Amazing. Okay, I never saw anybody sell 90% of the run. I've never seen anybody do that. And amazing. But there's something amazing about being around people that show you what the next level looks like. And I have an appetite for that. Do you? And if you have an appetite for it or not based on how you flex. What do I mean? How you flex. I mean, like to me, I have an appetite for it. So when I have opportunities to consume those things, I walk into that. You know what I mean? I'm not that person. I was telling my clients tonight, one of my private communities, I said, I'm not that person that's ever needed to be convinced to do anything. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose powerfully. I never know why people need reminders to do things. When I see something I want to do, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? I just choose based on what's a powerful choice for me in this moment, and I figure it out. That's how I operate. All right? And I'm just saying that I enjoy being around people like that. It's a different being around people like that. You guys are going to see who are coming to the retreat. Yes, so yummy to me. High level. Yes, Colleen. You'll see this weekend, you'll have the opportunity at my retreat to network with other giants, other people your own ambition level and above. You'll be able to see, for those of you who decide to come virtually, and you guys will be connecting online with one another in the community, you'll see the caliber of the people. This is not for everybody. Not everybody likes that work with people that are their own ambition level and above. But I will tell you, it's mindset, right? That the people you're hanging out with right now are a reflection of your esteem. All right. And if you don't like what's going on there, then that's telling you the work that you need to do. Okay. So today, what I wanted to talk about is how your mindset is impacting your money. And the thing is, we always ask for exactly what we believe we deserve. So one of the things is, like, one of the ways, number 8, that your mindset is getting in the money, in your mindset is getting in the way of your money is when you think about how much you ask for, or better yet, how much you choose not to ask for. That's a function of mindset. You know, it's really interesting. Like, I'm always like interested when someone tells me they have an offer on the table, and it's like, did you ask for that? Oh man, didn't ask for that. Like, or I'm like, or you have an opportunity to ask a client for the business. Did you ask them to say yes? Oh man, didn't ask them yet, right? You got to understand that that's all mindset. That if you choke over and over again as it relates to being able to ask for the business, or ask for what you deserve, or ask for the sale, or ask for the opportunity, then you've got to know that's part mindset. And that mindset is just definitely steeped in fear, whether or not you feel like you deserve it, whether you feel like you're ready for it, all of those things. But if you're struggling with that, that's mindset. All right. And you want to get to that place where you have done enough work on yourself that you're open to any single thing that could potentially be available to you, that you don't have any blockers on in terms of what that would look like. All right. So I hope that this was good for you. And I hope that you guys got value being here today. What was one aha or takeaway as a result of you guys being here today? What was one aha takeaway from y'all being here today? And if you are just joining me, please share on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope. I want to thank you for being here today. If you've just joined for the very first time, it's nice to virtually meet you. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I'm a business and life coach. And I want to thank you for joining me today, because I appreciate you. Yes, I appreciate you guys. Are there any? Okay, mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. Yeah, it is. It is everything, and it impacts what we believe, and it impacts how long we believe we should be waiting for something, how hard something should be, how much we believe is available to us. I mean, you know, like it impacts every single part of our world. Any other ahas or takeaways as a result of being here today? Any ahas or takeaways as a result of being here today? I want to thank you guys for your time. I appreciate you for being here. I'm so fired up about the retreat. You guys know, if you guys don't know about the retreat, I can't imagine how you wouldn't. This coming weekend we're 4 days away, is the Time for Mommy Retreat and Experience Weekend. Deborah Porter, overthinking can slow you down. It always will, Deborah. Absolutely. It's this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm very excited about it. There are online tickets. The event sold out, but there are online tickets, right? Awesome. They are online tickets. They are $199 married tonight, and then starting tomorrow, they go up $10 a day. Mainly because it just, you know how irritated it is to when people wait to the last minute to get tickets, and my team's flying in on Wednesday, and so $10 is $10 extra each day. So tomorrow will be $209, and then it'll be $218, and et cetera, et cetera. It's just simple as that. My team's flying in on Wednesday, so administratively, that's just a lot for them. So it's just easier if people just bought their tickets in advance. I was telling everybody that if you guys are interested in getting a ticket, go to timeformommyretreat.com. mom-me-retreat.com. If somebody could type it here, that would be great. I told everyone, I said, last year we sold 175 virtual seats in 2 days on Thursday and Friday. Is that insane? So we had been promoting it the entire time, and 2 days, like the day of the event and the day before the event, we sold 175 tickets. And, you know, that just, thank you for putting it there, Colleen. Guys, please take a picture of it. That just speaks to how people operate, you know, that's how they operate. They operate from that place of their mindset. It's just not priority, not taking that step in terms of an action that you know will change your life. And if something will change your life, you step into it, right? There's no reason. You know you're coming, so get your ticket. $199. It's $199. Go to timeformom-me-retreat.com. An incredible lineup. I mean, I'm so excited. I'm excited. I'm going to be teaching on how to sell. I'm going to break down my sales process so that you guys can sell just like I sell. I'm going to share exactly what I do. So just pulling back the layers there. I'm also bringing in someone to teach you guys how to market using Facebook ads. Because if you've got leads coming in, if you learn how to do that, it can really be a game changer for you and your business. I'm also having a producer come in, and she's going to teach you guys how to pitch to media. And visibility is power. And, you know, you get one media pitch as a result of what she will share. And that's the value of it is between $8,000 and $15,000. It's very valuable to know that. And then I'm also bringing in a Hollywood insider who's going to teach you guys how to do licensing deals with your content. So if you're a coach, a consultant, you are a content creator, Damon's going to teach you guys how to take your content and to be able to monetize it. He's done lots of packaging deals, including the packaging deal for the Emmy-nominated shows, Pawn Stars and the Dog Whisperer Cesar Millan's show. And so you guys will have the opportunity to learn from the best, because everybody that takes my stage, they are qualified to do that. I have an incredible client panel that's coming up. And my client panel is always great because that's just real people sharing with you what they've been able to achieve for themselves over the last year, you know, being able to grow their business. And I'm excited for you guys to hear from them what they've been able to overcome to be able to get their businesses built. All right. So are there any other questions for me? Are there any questions for me? I'm sure I'll be on. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll be on this week talking to you guys about the event and encouraging you to get a virtual ticket. Again, tickets are currently $199 until midnight tonight, Eastern Standard Time. And then they go to $209 on tomorrow, first thing at 12:01 tonight. So I'll talk to you soon. Have a great and amazing day. I love you guys. Bye.